down to go to sleep at night. My dreams consist of things that I make you wanna hide. Don't let me in your tower, show me your magic powers. I'm not afraid to face a little bit of danger, danger.
First off, the new Noah movie. So call this your mind-blowing 30-second review of Noah 2014. The movie was a disgusting perversion. The only thing it had in common with Noah was the word Noah, a boat, and a flood. That's about it. And the reason this review is going to be mind-blowing for those who are not my normal listeners but are coming across this on YouTube is the entire reason for the Great Flood is not explained in there. Those who are being drowned are depicted as normal human beings, even though the Bible explicitly says that all flesh was corrupted, and that corrupted means genetically altered. But Noah was perfect in all his generations. Generation. What is the root word of generation? Let me think. Could it be, let me see, Generation. Gene. Gene. What is a gene? We're talking about genetics. The Great Flood was God's way of purifying the earth of that flesh which was corrupted. That is why there was a great flood. You understand? And there's going to be countless articles that are come out, just like the movie did, in order to lead you away from that understanding. The fallen angels were not rock creatures, and they were not the good guys. That is the mindset of the evil New World Order that is controlling the media. I'm going to tell you right now, I can't do a 30-second review. The people who run this world, called the New World Order, believe that Satan rescued man from the Garden of Evil, from a vindictive ruler. This is called Luciferianism. It is the Luciferian ideology. These people follow after Lucifer. They don't worship Lucifer. A Satanist will worship Satan. Luciferians worship themselves. And that means they believe they can become God or become like God. They can ascend. They can raise their vibrations. And that means they believe they have the authority to rule over you. You are only a human. Human, which, if you look in Black's Law Dictionary, means an animal. You are the profane. That's what a Freemason will call you, because they're Luciferian. You want to watch the movie, but you need to understand these deceptions before you walk into the theater, and you certainly shouldn't be taking your children to the movie who don't understand the true nature of what happened in the days of Noah, as it's referred. You also need to understand that those things are going to happen again. Daniel 2:43. And they mixed their seed with the seed of man. That's prophecy. That's the future. If you're young enough, that might be your future. But you won't find that in the NIV. You'll only find that in the King James Version, because it was removed, because somebody else is controlling the information that you get. That's why it has to be published. It has to be authorized, and if you write it, you are the author. You see, everything here is happening for a very specific reason, and if you could only do as Christ commanded and see the world through the eyes of a child, you would understand these things as well. But if you're going to the apostate church and they're not explaining these things, then it's no wonder that you're lost. Lost. So you need to get back on track. You need to start reading that Bible and thinking about it and understanding it yourself instead of blindly listening to what somebody in a pulpit is telling you. That's your responsibility. As a man, it is your responsibility to read the Bible yourself and to figure out what it means yourself, not to count on somebody else to misinterpret it for you. These pastors have gone to seminary school that is controlled by the Jesuits. They'll tell you don't even exist. that are part and parcel of the New World Order that is controlling the world. Genesis is about genetics. The fallen came down to the earth after the war in heaven, went into the daughters of man, and giants were born unto them, men of great renown. And they sinned against the animals. In other words, they mixed their genetic material with the animals. You see, they did not keep to their own domain. They became physical. They got bodies. This is all laid out in the Bible. Please read it. Don't go into some movie theater and believe what you see, or even go watch the movie and say, well, that was horrible, because the Bible makes it clear Noah had 3 daughters. He chose three women for his sons before they got on the ark. That's not what's depicted in the movie, but that is not the main deception. And so when you read an article that says, well, there were no rock creatures, and Noah chose wives for his sons before they got on the boat, so the movie is inaccurate and thusly it is blasphemous. No, that's bad. But the real blasphemy is that your own church is not telling you about the fallen going into the daughters of men and corrupting all flesh, and that is why the planet was flooded to begin with. That's the blasphemy, and it's coming from your pulpit.